Everyone, imagine this. The fact that we are living like this right now in the endlessly expanding universe, on this vast stage where the small planet Earth orbits the Sun, and that Sun orbits the Milky Way, are we really a special existence? Or, are we just one of the countless life forms hidden among the countless stars and planets? Today, we will delve into the most fundamental yet shocking question in human history. Are we the only ones in the universe? If you watch this video until the end, you will face a shocking truth that you have never deeply considered before. Part 1. The size of the universe. How small are we as humans? First, let's take a look at the scale of the universe. Earth is one of the planets that make up the solar system. The solar system is located on the outskirts of the Milky Way, a massive galaxy. There are approximately 400 billion stars within the Milky Way. Astronomers estimate that there are at least 100 billion galaxies in the entire universe. Then how many stars are there? Just a simple calculation shows that there are more than 10 to the power of 22, which is over 100 billion times 100 billion stars. While it can be expressed in numbers, the scale is something we can hardly imagine. However, many of those stars emit stable energy like the Sun, and there are countless planets orbiting around them. The number of exoplanets discovered by scientists so far, that is, planets outside our solar system, exceeds 5,000. Some of them are very similar to Earth in size and conditions. Just this one fact allows us to ask this question: is Earth truly the only place in this vast universe that harbors life? Part 2. The Drake Equation. Calculating extraterrestrial civilizations in 1961. Astronomer Frank Drake made an astonishing attempt. He created the Drake equation to calculate how many intelligent beings could exist in the universe. This equation includes several factors. 1. The rate of star formation in the galaxy. 2. The fraction of stars that have planets. 3. The number of planets that could potentially support life. 4. The probability of those planets developing intelligent civilizations. 5. And how long those civilizations might last. When all of this is multiplied, it suggests the possibility of intelligent civilizations existing within the Milky Way. The result indicates that there could be at least thousands, and possibly even millions, of civilizations. In other words, we can draw conclusions simply through a statistical approach. The probability that we are alone is very low. The Fermi Paradox. Part 3. But why don't we see them? However, this is where the paradox arises. If there are so many stars and planets, why haven't we seen any traces of extraterrestrial civilizations? This is what is known as the Fermi Paradox. The core idea is simple. There should be many civilizations in the galaxy. Why do we only hear silence? There are several hypotheses. 1. We were born too early. Other civilizations have not yet been born, and humanity could be the first in the universe. 2. We were born too late. Civilizations may have already risen and fallen, and we could be the last survivors. 3. Civilizations cannot escape self-destruction. As technology advances, it means that it could collapse on its own due to dangers like war, environmental destruction, nuclear weapons, and artificial intelligence. 4. The Great Silence. A more advanced civilization doesn't necessarily need to make contact with us, who are primitive beings. Which of these is true? As if humans observe insects, but do not attempt to communicate with them? No one knows yet. Part 4. Encounter with alien civilizations. Hope or disaster? If we discover alien civilizations, it will be the greatest discovery in human history. We come to realize that we are no longer alone. But at the same time, it can also be a tremendous threat. Drive. Stephen Hawking warned us like this: contact with extraterrestrial civilizations can be a disaster for humanity. The reason can be found in history. What happened to the technologically backward indigenous societies when Europeans discovered the Americas? The results were devastating. Similarly, if a civilization thousands or tens of thousands of years ahead of us were to discover us, we might just appear as insignificant beings in their eyes. In other words, the existence of extraterrestrial life could be a hope or a disaster. What if humanity were alone? Conversely, what if we are truly the only beings in the universe? That means a heavier responsibility, because we might not just be simple life forms, but the only eyes that allow the universe to observe itself. If humanity were to perish, the universe would lose the existence that gazes upon itself. In other words, the survival of humanity is not just our own issue, but is also connected to the meaning of the universe. Conclusion. Now, let's ask the question again. The universe is endlessly vast, and within it, there are countless stars and planets. There is no reason to believe that life does not exist there. However, at this moment, there is not a single piece of conclusive evidence. Perhaps we are a lonely voice in the vast silence of the universe. Perhaps there are countless voices hidden in a choir that we just can't see yet. But there is one undeniable truth. Whether we are alone or together, the survival and future of humanity are more precious than ever. If humanity is the only one in the universe, we are beings that bear the meaning of the universe. And even if other life forms exist, it is up to us to protect our fate until we encounter them. So this question is not just a matter of simple curiosity, but rather it becomes the most important question directly related to the future and survival of humanity, as well as the meaning of the universe. Everyone, how did you find today's discussion? Is humanity the only existence in the universe, or is it just one among countless forms of life? The answer is still unknown, but one thing is certain: this question makes all of us think more deeply. What do you all think? Do you believe that are we really alone? Or is there life somewhere that is like ours? Please be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you don't want to miss more shocking and unimaginable stories in the future, please subscribe, like, and set notifications. Your small click truly gives me great strength. Then, I will prepare another story that allows you to feel imagination as if it were reality for the next time as well. Thank you for being with us today.